and welcome. This is NAFDAC and your health. On this show, we bring you the activities of NAFDAC in ensuring that the health of our nation is safeguarded. I am Amanda Ugo.
On this edition of NAFDAC and Your Health, we'll begin by tracing the trajectory of NAFDAC's infrastructural challenges, particularly since the assumption of office of Professor Mojisola Christiana Adeyeye as the agency's Director General, through to the exponential progress the agency has made in this regard.
NAFDAC was formed in 1983. NAFDAC inherited a lot of properties from the Federal Ministry of Health, and those properties were already aging at the point when the agency was formed. Aside from the properties that are single entities, a lot of states and zones are in Federal Secretariat, and many times they are on the very top floor at the Federal Secretariat. And when NAFDAC works with the public, NAFDAC works with MSMEs, thousands and thousands of them. So where we operate must be accessible to our staff, to our clients, sorry. But it's not just being accessible to our clients, it is also must be conducive to the staff, because if you are in a place where there's mold, it's misty, you have heart condition or some health issue, you cannot even climb up, then there's a problem. So it's both for the health of our staff, the psychological health of our staff, but more importantly, of course, the health of our staff is premium, but it is our customers. If our customers cannot climb 8th floor, 6th floor, or 4th floor, or whatever, the Federal Secretariat, there's a problem. And aging infrastructure is a problem. For example, our OSHOD laboratory, I think it's maybe 60 years old. So that is part of why we are doing what we are doing. I traveled to Yobe about 4 years plus ago, and I couldn't believe where our staff, where our staff do their business every day. They are on the top floor, and I don't know, maybe 4th floor or whatever. And many times there is no light, and they have to now connect generator to their own segment of the building. I see that as not conducive for staff, but more importantly also is the fact that our customers they cannot reach us easily.
Today, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye has indeed recorded quite remarkable success on her set goal of making NAFDAC surmount the difficulty posed by inadequate, aging, and unconducive infrastructure and working environment, hindering the agency from delivering on its mandate of optimally safeguarding the health of the Nigerian people. The agency, on the 8th of May, commissioned the newly completed ultra-modern office complex in Ogun State. The office complex not only adds to the beauty of Okemoson, Abeokuta, where it is situated, it will also enhance effective and efficient service delivery.
When you get to a building or you go to an office and the chairs are rickety, you cannot climb up. Like our sister said, their goods are heavy. They cannot take their goods to 7th floor, 8th floor in the Federal Secretariat. That is not the way to promote business. Many of the captains of the industries fall under MSMEs. MSMEs are the ones driving our economy. And that is where we come in, NAFDAC, to ensure that the environment is conducive for our customers. So when we say agency-minded, it's not just talk. you have to look at the environment and say, what are they talking about, and see it.
The joyous Professor Mojisola Adeyeye could not but reflect on the seemingly insurmountable financial difficulty NAFDAC was in when she first took over the leadership of the agency.
The money you save is the money you use to do essentials. NAFDAC had 3.2 billion naira debt that I inherited, and I decided that we're going to pay the money off. And while we are paying the money off, we will learn how not to owe debt. We have learned a lot, because it's painful to pay for something you didn't contribute to, and even if you contributed to it, to be paying when you're not supposed to be paying. That is the price that any debtor has to pay. It is this money that we are saving that we are using to do this. The federal government supports us in terms of our salaries, and we thank the federal government for that. But most of our infrastructures are from money that we saved.
While acknowledging and expressing her appreciation to the workforce of NAFDAC for their inestimable support and cooperation that has helped move the agency to this great pedestal, the Director General also assured that NAFDAC, under her leadership, remains unshaken in its commitment to deliver on its mandate and would therefore not rest on its oars.
This huge achievement would not have been possible without a committed and dedicated workforce and a very supporting council. The agency is not resting on its oars. We are about quality, but we are also about trade, and you cannot trade without quality. However, to do this, there must be sound infrastructure, equipment, a conducive work environment for staff and for our customers, and accessible office locations for our stakeholders alike. At the time that I assumed office, most of the NAFDAC offices were situated in federal secretariats within the states or in rented apartments, which were not good enough for the corporate image of the agency, and in most cases, difficult for MSMEs and other stakeholders to access. With the support of the Presidency, the National Assembly, and the NAFDAC Governing Council, we commenced the building of state offices across the country, out of which 7 have been completed and are being commissioned, like one of, Ogun State is one of them. And we are now in the process of commissioning them.
The new NAFDAC office complex is built with adequate space and has been equipped with the necessary facilities.
Apart from the 6 regular office rooms, we have a mini hall where we can conveniently relate with the sectoral groups and also train our staff. The complex also has a warehouse and store where unwholesome regulated products or unregulated products can be kept pending further regulatory activities. There is no doubt that this well-equipped office will enhance the activities and operations of the agency within the states, thereby contributing to the economic growth and well-being of our people.
Speaking earlier, the director of the agency in the Southwest Zone, Mrs. Roseline Ajayi, said NAFDAC has been experiencing unprecedented developments since the arrival of Professor Adeyeye as the Director General.
The NAFDAC DG has brought several innovations to the agency, ranging from digitalization of our processes, the centralization of product registration, Zoom meetings, to pursuing and achieving conducive working environment for NAFDAC staff at the zonal and state levels. All the above-mentioned efforts have contributed to improve performance and efficiency of our processes. In her first tenure,
Many of these prototype office complexes were commissioned in other states across the country, and today we are here to witness the second office to be commissioned in Southwest Zone here in Abeokuta. The first one was commissioned in October in Ogun State, Osogbo. This is the second one in Southwest Zone, and I know that before the end of her tenure we will commission 6 in Southwest Zone because I'm a privileged director.
Present at the epoch-making events were representatives from the Governing Council of NAFDAC and from other agencies like NDLEA, Nigerian Correctional Service, FRSC, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nigerian Immigration Service, Department of Security Service, the Nigerian Police, the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, as well as captains of industries and other stakeholders. The government of Ogun State was also ably represented. The climax of the event was the unveiling of the signpost and the dedication of the office complex by the Director General of NAFDAC.
To the glory of God and to the blessings of our own people in Ogun State and the country, we hereby dedicate and commission this building, the Ogun State NAFDAC office.
The performing troupe of the Ogun State Ministry of Culture was on ground to spice up the event with dance and drama presentations.
Why you want to buy anything? Look at the expiry date. No NAFDAC registration number, no expiry date.
In like manner, another newly constructed office complex of NAFDAC was also commissioned same day near the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, to enhance the agency's port inspection and enforcement activities.
It is with great pleasure and a sense of fulfillment that I welcome you to the official commissioning of the new NAFDAC office complex for the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, NACO. I'm equally honored to have everyone here present to witness this historic occasion to the glory of God and the advancement of our resolve to safeguard the health of the nation.
One of the longest standing challenges of port inspection at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport have been the challenge of a befitting office for the agency's teaming operatives, and while confronting the Herculean task of carrying out a 24-hour surveillance at the airport, also as well as keeping custody of seizures of suspected counterfeit products till regulatory decisions are taken. It is therefore with a great sense of gratitude to God that today's commissioning brings the challenges to a final end.
Unveiling of this plaque is a testament to the hard work of our staff. Therefore, this building was commissioned by Professor Mojisola Christiana Adeyeye, Director General NAFDAC, on this day, 8th of May 2023. The blessings to all of us. God bless.
After the official commissioning, the NAFDAC Director General and guests at the event were conducted round the various sections of the new office complex.
The program continues after the short break. Stay with us.
No way. I'm never taking vaccines again or giving it to my child. My head aches. My child is That would have been me if I did not know better that reactions after vaccination are called adverse events following immunizations, AEFI. And it is normal. In fact, it often indicates that the vaccines are working effectively. Yes, every individual reacts differently. It can be serious or non-serious, such as fever, fatigue, headache, dizziness, pain, swelling at injection site, rashes, etc. So don't be scared about taking vaccines. All vaccines are certified by WHO and approved by NAFDAC. The benefit of vaccination far outweighs the adverse events that could follow. To report any adverse events, visit the health center where you receive the vaccine or one nearest to you, or call the phone number on your vaccination card. You can also report AEFI using the MedSafety app. Vaccines are free, safe, and effective. Get vaccinated today. This message is from the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, NPHCDA, and the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC. For further inquiries, visit www.nphcda.gov.ng or call 7722.
Welcome back. You are still watching NAFDAC and Your Health.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC's steadfast regulatory functions on the Nigerian pharmaceutical industry, recently recorded another milestone achievement through Swiss Pharma Nigeria Limited. This was made known in a press briefing held in Lagos. The press briefing was co-hosted by the Director General of NAFDAC and the Managing Director of Swiss Pharma Nigeria Limited.
On the 2nd of May 2023, the WHO pre-qualification unit added pediatric zinc sulfate tablet, 20 mg dispersible, manufactured by Swiss Pharma Nigeria Limited, to its list of pre-qualified medicines. If you Google WHO, you will find it there. This laudable feat is no doubt the outcome of meaningful collaboration between Swiss Pharma Nigeria Limited and NAFDAC, as well as a systematic implementation of policies earlier mentioned. With this achievement, Swiffer has added another first to its arsenal of firsts, being the first manufacturer to be recognized by the WHO as operating at an acceptable level of compliance to GMP requirements in West Africa. The manufacturer is now also the first company or manufacturer of finished pharmaceutical products to attain pre-qualification of its product in the West Africa sub-region. Definitely, it has taken a lot of effort and self-determination for the company to attain this heroic accomplishment of getting its product pre-qualified. Several attempts in the past received a number of non-conformance observations from WHO. NAFDAC personnel provided immense technical support during the palatability studies for the now pre-qualified product, GMP reassessment of the manufacturer's facility prior to the site inspection by the pre-qualification inspection team of the WHO, and review of corrective and preventive actions known as CAPA that also took place to address the observed non-conformances. This is aside several face-to-face meetings of Swiffer with NAFDAC officers, phone calls, and virtual meetings with key personnel of the company. This commendable attainment, without an iota of doubt, has reinforced our conviction that with the right attitude, collaboration, and synergy, Nigeria pharma industry can become a force to reckon with in sub-Saharan Africa and in the Committee of Nations.
The Director General of NAFDAC went ahead to enumerate the advantages of the WHO pre-qualification.
WHO pre-qualification is the fundamental prerequisite for quality assurance of key medicinal products to be purchased by UN agencies and international organizations like Global Fund, USAID, to procure and distribute products locally and internationally. Today, Swiffer has this opportunity. That's the first of the advantages. Therefore, it is a new source of business, and this will generate foreign currency to the company and Nigeria. Upon pre-qualifying, WHO also has an important pathway called the collaborative registration procedure to accelerate registration of the product in other countries, making the PQ or pre-qualified products available for commercialization on time. Improving market access of business opportunities and capacity utilization for the company is another advantage. Another advantage is global recognition of the company or any company that has pre-qualified product with a status associated with producing quality assured products both externally and internally. And this is an image improvement of branding, which is the target for NAFDAC, for all our own pharmaceutical companies in Nigeria. With the increase in capacity and skills development of human resources, ensuring and managing quality manufacturing, Swiffer has the advantage to compete successfully for contract manufacture for local and multinational organizations. This improved competitiveness is one of the key goals of NAFDAC for the pharmaceutical industry, especially as country participates in the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. The WHO pre-qualification will create huge public health and economic impact in Nigeria by ensuring an increased availability of quality, efficacy, and safe medicines, and reducing reliance on imports for public health intervention.
That's our package on this program for today. Join us again next week for another informative package. We are always ready to receive your comments, complaints, or reports on fake drugs or adulterated food products.
You can reach NAFDAC via toll-free numbers. For inquiries, call 0700 162 3322. For complaints, call 0800 162 3322. You may also email nafdac@nafdac.gov.ng. If you have complaints about any form of misconduct, you can reach the Reforms Unit via email reforms@nafdac.gov.ng or call the Reforms hotlines on 0909 763 0506 or 0909 763 0507. NAFDAC, customer focused, agency minded.
Importing, producing, distributing, and selling of fake drugs and adulterated food products are heinous crimes. Join us in the effort to have a healthy nation by reporting any suspicious activity of fake drugs or adulterated food products in your area to NAFDAC. Till we meet again next week, stay safe.